Hi, it's Francis, and we've got a slightly different video for you today. We've got kind of like two videos put into one because the last couple of videos have been speaking about the psychology and the importance. And obviously, due to your comments, we can see that that is a major element and a big hurdle among people's trading. But today, I want to show you some strategies that's made us get another funded account over on Topstep X. We're absolutely flying with the combines because we're trying to get to those 10 combines so we can trade 5 XFA. So I want to show you a strategy that I use every single day within our community, what has allowed people to pass those combines and start earning money from the market. Now, very simple way I trade on a daily basis. A lot of you have been asking, Fran, how do you trade? Why do you make it so simple? And how do you make it so simple? So I'm just going to break down the trades today very quickly, what allowed me to then pass another 2 combines this week, just 50K ones this week, but again, passing it to build that combine portfolio. After that, I've got a little bit of surprise for you where I'm going to go into a different type of video. Again, no editing, raw, straight facts, what's going to help you on your trading journey. But today we combine both little videos around about 20-minute mark, etc., or however long that will take us for then you to obviously get both sides of trading. If you don't care about the strategy and you've already got your strategy, then I will take no offense if you skip to the part which is more than likely going to really allow you to start trading profitably, because most of you are probably losing at trading, new to trading, or been trading for a long time and you just cannot get over that line. So both parts will be good for you. So I'd appreciate if you stayed the length of this video. Let's jump in to the charts. So as you can see, my friend, this is the chart, and the arrows on the screen are just there to you to show where we could have took the trades today and where we did take. We didn't take all of these trades. I think we took 4 or 5 of these trades within the course of about 24 hours to 48 hours. But this is going to show you where you need to get into the market. Okay, so as you can see, I'm on the hourly term time frame. I'm not going to go any larger than that because at the end of the day, we take our trades on the 5-minute term time frame after we've done our top-down analysis. And what you see on YouTube a lot of the time is you'll see videos on market structure. I have a video on market structure. You'll have a video of loads of this liquidity here. We have videos on liquidity. But once you understand how the market works, you just need to zoom in on the price action of the last couple of days because you've got your data from before, and then you need to execute your trades. So let's start with trade number 1. Now, one thing I would say is if you are looking to hold trades, we've just been reading this book and we've been sharing it in the community, you've got to start thinking opposite to the way that everybody else starts to think. And that means we need to start adding when people start panicking and taking profits. But that, my friend, is for a different video. So let's zoom in and let's go on right here. So as you can see on the hourly term time frame, we came all the way up to this red arrow. Now, it wasn't our typical Fibonacci level, but what it did come up to, it came up to, say, a 15-minute or a 30-minute order block or a supply zone, demand zone, whatever you want to call it. At the end of the day, it's all the same thing, okay? And what we had here, let's go down to the 30-minute. What we had here was this level just here. So if you can see, we knew that we had liquidity sitting just in this zone here. If we got above that, then we knew that we was going to get a swing failure pattern or we was going to break out. So the first thing that we're waiting for is we don't want to get into the market here, okay? It's too early because we know we're waiting. Why is that? Because we're still making bullish momentum to the upside until we get to our preferred target. Now, of course, that could still go through, but that's not the point. You need to have your analysis in play way before price even gets to that level. Then you're going to execute. So once we get up to that level, okay, and you've done your TA, you've done your analysis, but I'm just showing you how to get into trades very quick, basic way so you know how we trade. We then go down to what's going on the 5-minute term time frame. Now, this is something that I've introduced into my trading as we've gone along the way, and I've got better and better at trading, waiting for those better executions and better price and risk to reward. So as you can see, as we start to get up to this level just here, I'm looking at divergences, but I'm not going to complicate that with this, what I'm showing you right now. Just want you to start looking at candles on the 5-minute. So now that we then come up to this level, which is our gray zone, we need to start to have a look at some sort of bullish. Are the sellers bearish? Are the sellers interested to sell at this level? You know, we've had a big move all the way up from that bounce to the bottom that you saw. We've come all the way back into this supply zone. Now, are we looking at, or order block, whatever you want to call it? For me, it's just a zone. you're looking for some sort of bearish behavior. Now, if you have a look in all of these candles in this cluster just here, let's get rid of this gray zone now because that's going to distract me. So if you go into this cluster here, you can see around here, we don't really have any bearish candles, okay? You've got a bullish candle, bearish, nothing bearish, nothing bearish, bullish. Still, we've got nothing. You know, this candle here, it's not great. We then have a move up. We don't have a bearish engulfing candle. We don't have nothing bearish. And then off this candle just here, we have a bearish engulfing candle. That was my trigger to get into the trade. It was very, very simple because I already had divergences on my stochastic RSI. I was already in a zone that I was looking for. So I'll highlight it here now with a nice line. There's an orange line. That was my entry to go for the short. Put it in the Discord, I put it in the group and allowed everybody know that I'm looking short. Not a signal. I don't do signals. I don't do you sign up with me, this broker, and all those scams. We're futures traders and Bitcoin. And we do it the right way and develop high level traders. Okay. So once we then look for our entry, short position, there we go. We pull our stops just above there and we're looking to bring it down. And I actually took profits round about here, which ran about a 2 to 2.5 to 3 R. I do like 2, but again, with our education improving, this week we actually did start adding to our trades, okay? And that allowed us to go, you know, way over about $6,000 to $7,000 in total, and then another account which was about $10,000 in total, okay? And that's before we multiply our XFAs. So what you can see here is then that was the first trade that you was looking at, and you would have kept that all the way down here if you really wanted to hold that for, that would have been a monster trade on a futures mini contract. I mean, monster. Thousands of dollars, okay? So that was the first entry that we was looking at. And as we go then out through the day, we have this move to the downside. We may have got involved here, I can't remember. And then we had this piece of price action just here. Now, this piece of price action here was a golden pocket. And you might say, well, how do you know where to take the trades from? I use golden pockets all the time. It's my number one go-to strategy, Fibonacci. And if we go to that green arrow and let's come zoom in right here so you can see, what I'm looking for is prices to bounce. So I took my Fibonacci from this Fibonacci just here. I take that fib and I take it to the last high that we were at, where we just here, okay? This high just here. I'll mark that for you as well. And if this is complicated for you, just keep it very, very simple. So I take my Fibonacci from there and I'm waiting to see if price is going to come down and hit my level. That's what I'm waiting for. So then let's zoom in to our level, which I can't remember which one it was. Is it this one? Yeah, let's then zoom in to our level, wherever it's going to go. We've gone. Let's go back because it's going to be complicated. Where are we? It's lost our chart. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now lost our chart. There we are. Let's not do the zoom because this is Trading View. We can just do our own zoom in. That's what we'll do. No editing, so pressure is on. And this is the first one that we were looking at just here. Remember, just here. We were speaking about the Fibonacci level. And what we were looking at was looking at exactly the same thing. We had divergences on the lower term time frame and now on the 5 minute. And I was waiting for a bullish candle. What am I waiting for? I'm waiting for a bullish candle to show me that buyers are now in the market. And if you highlight this, what you can see here, we come down, we come down, we come down. We have divergences. Then we get this candle just here. And let me make that into a nice red for you at the moment. You see this gray bullish candle goes straight up. Then we're looking for a nice retest. What did we then get? We've got a Fibonacci level. I'll pull my fib here just so you know. Full my fib from the candle close at the bottom. We come in and tap our level to the dollar just there. But also you didn't really need that because you had these lows, those little highs there. So that was also going to be a very, very important level for you to get into the trade. And if I then show you again what your risk to reward would have been, there's your long, into your long. If you get in here, long just below these wicks just here, and again, you're looking to ride this. Now, I did add as I was going on this position, and this was talking about, and it made us a very, 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 very good, healthy profit. Okay, so this week I took 5 trades. We won 5 trades. We passed 2 combines and put about 7,000 on a practice account as well. So again, total of way over $10,000. because we had a couple of fresh combines, which is very, very important. And there you go, just to see that as well. There's one of them. And just to say that it was this week, there's the 30th, as you can see, just a 50K one, but it just shows you that that's one of them that we passed. I don't normally do this. I'm not one for showing you what I earn. I'm not one for showing you all that. So I'm not here to market. I'm here to just show you education. I don't need you to join anything. If you want to, then you can work with us, but that's entirely for high ticket and people who are looking for that next level of trading. Okay. So it's entirely up to you whether you get involved in that, but that's just something, for you, because we know people like a little bit of concrete. It's not photoshopped either. I don't even know how to work Photoshop. Okay. So that's that one. We then do have an opportunity in here, but I'm not going to go into that. And we have another bounce here. The next level that I'm then interested in is if I go then back to the higher term time frame once again, because remember, we do our analysis on the higher term time frame. So what we have just here is another zone. It's like an order block. Okay, let me put a middle line in this so you can see this. Style, middle line. I've got to change that to black. I don't want it to be different. So we came down and we tapped into our higher term time frame order block and our 50% line. Okay, if I go back down to the 5 minute, where is that? It's just here. So then what do we have once again, my friend? We then have a bullish market, bullish engulfing candle on the 5 minute once we've come down and grabbed the liquidity from below. When you come to levels and you start to see bullish or bearish 5 minute candles that breaks liquidity or breaks momentum slightly, your opportunity for you to get in the market. They're very, very good triggers. You're not guessing. If it's there, I'm getting in. If it does not present, I'm not getting in the trade. And as you can see, we have another healthy, beautiful move to the upside on this. Again, if I then show you your long position, in here, you could have gone on the candle close. You could have waited for these wicks, but say you went on the candle close. There you go. And you bring in that one all the way up to at 3.5. If you went down to the 1 minute, you would get even more on that. Then we have another short opportunity. I was waiting for 18,800. Why was that? If I take my Fibonacci from the high to the low, you can see that I'm waiting for a tap into my 618 to my 7.5 zone for a short opportunity. But if you look closely, we do not get into my zone. I do not take that trade. And actually, we don't really have any bearish 5 minute candle until this one here at 2:15, which is 15 minutes before the New York Open. And it's something that I probably would not have been interested in. We then continue for the day and we have a beautiful trade that I had a TP, $4,000 TP. If I left it, it would have gone to about $8,000. And what we then had was a zone again. We had a zone that we came down to. I won't go back and mock the zone. But what did we get? We got our divergences, bullish divergences on our stochastic RSI. We then got our 5 minute bullish switch candle. Bang. Straight there. If I make that nice and smooth for you, you can see we have a little retest. We continue. Then also you get another retest again. And this continues all the way up for beautiful, beautiful end to the week. 5 from 5 for the community if you stuck to the rules. And if you stick to your rules, you will make it in training. And I suggest you go and get this book as well. Very, very important. So now it's time. We're going to do the uncut version. As you always know, I love to do the unedited and just get straight into that raw nitty gritty. And that's what you seem to like as our community. And this is the second part of the video where, I like to drop in those things that I've been learning this week and the psychology, little tricks and tips that can obviously take your trading to the next level. Let me get nice and comfortable. And as you know, no sweating today because it's not hot in the UK at all. So in this part of the video, and something that I want to touch on, and I was going to put 2 separate videos, but let's just make this a nice long video, okay? I want to talk to you about habits. And you might say, oh, habits. Here he goes again about habits. Well, if you want to change your life, you're going to need to change your habits. As simple as that. But something that I was watching the other day, and I don't watch a lot of trading videos or a lot of trading influencers and all that nonsense, as you know. But what I do watch is people who have built businesses, how they've changed their life around and gone through addictions or adversities or things like that. Now, very, very important, because those life skills are what's going to really, really help you within your trading. And there's a YouTuber stroke business owner. You know, he earns $1 million to $2 million a month. I'm not exaggerating. And he brought a video out the other day about changing your life. And I thought, well, I've spoke to a lot of people about changing their life. You already know how to change your life. You're just not taking action. But how can we implement what I learned from this video into trading? And this is how it's going to go, people. Okay. Tune in right now and listen to this. Very, very hard. You may even need a notepad. I'm honestly telling you the truth. Okay. So let's think about this. We're at this level here. We've got 0. I should have one of those whiteboards, but we're not going to go down that level yet. We might do in the future. Again, some people are visionary, audio, whatever it may be. Baseline, 0. You are at the baseline as a trader, okay, at this moment in time. You may be starting. So let's just say you're starting at the moment, okay, and you're at the baseline, okay? You start trading. Then all of a sudden, a lot of you watching this can't get profitable because you are now in hell, the shit side of trading. Let's be honest, okay? Hope my son didn't hear that because he'll tell me off for obviously cursing. But again, hopefully he's asleep. I think I've just heard him actually. Sorry, son, I should not curse, but it's for YouTube, okay? Again, so we're in that level right now where you're not feeling good. You're losing, you just can't get your head around what's going on and you're feeling terrible. Now, over the years or whatever, you've probably seen me or friends will tell you, well, you need to bring these new habits. What about journaling? What about reading? What about drinking more water? What about meditating? What about working out? And I preach all these things. What about many, many things that you can do? But the basics, journaling, meditating, reading, working out, eating the right foods. But something that I've recently figured out, well, I've heard, not figured out like I'm some genius, but I've heard and come across is, why do people find it so hard to do the good habits in their life when they're going through the bad habits? And then I've rewinded to when I had turmoil in my life and crazy things and why I knew what I needed to do, but I couldn't do it. So let's say you are in trading. Fear, you're closing trades too early. Greed, you hold in trades too long. Emotional training, impulsive trading. You just cannot get a hold of this trading. And those habits maybe come from old gambling habits, current gambling habits, lack of sleep, bad relationships outside of trading, wanting to pay the bills, wanting to change your life so quick, wanting to get a Lambo, which is not classy at all. But I'm not going to go down that route. But you understand what I'm saying. And I say, well, why don't you hold on to your trades for so long? Or why don't you just have this morning routine that's going to stop you from getting in trades? And why don't you just stop and start reading a book when you're trading? It's not going to work. And I used to get frustrated, my friend, at my friends as well, why people did not listen to me. And then I thought, well, why didn't I listen to people? This is why. We must remove bad habits before we can add good habits. We must remove bad habits before we can add good habits. So what we need to do, if we're here and we're now below and we're in the hell stage of trading and we just can't get out of this trading, the only way we can start adding journaling, right routine in the morning, eating the right foods, all these types of things that we need to add is when we remove a bad habit. So remove a bad habit to add a good habit. And then once we get to 0, the base 0, then guess what, my friend? We're going to then propel because all the bad habits are not even in our life, and our meditating, our journaling, our relationships, our controlling FOMO, our controlling greed, our vision on the process, all these things that we know that we need once we get above 0 are going to be a game changer. Absolute game changer for you, my friends. Game changer. And you can see I'm probably passionate about this, and I understand that people may say, guys, it's just too passionate. Now, if you know me and you follow the community, again, and I mentioned it numerous times because it's my story. I used to be a professional footballer in the UK for nearly all my life. So passion, testosterone, wanting to win, aggressiveness is within my nature. I'm very calm, I'm very stoic, but once I get a hold of something and I really, really want to help people, I really want to grab them and drag them to where they should be. So if you're watching this video right now and you understand what I'm saying, of you can't seem to add good habits, it's because you need to remove bad habits. Okay. Comment below if you've got a bad habit. Comment below if you realize that you will struggle to add. And you might say, well, Why can't I add? Because we do not have enough mental capacity through the day, my friend. Remember, we only have so much energy. If some of you are watching kids, and I have 4 children and a wife, but my 3 girls are older and they don't bring much mental capacity to me these days. But come 4:30, my mental capacity is nearly zero. After trading and school runs and wife's okay, and then my son, my mental capacity is shot. And after the gym. So what you must understand is you need to make room for good habits by removing bad habits.